So the Odyssey, surrounded by made up problems created by chuds on the internet. If you haven't know, I don't care about any of that because I'm not a chud on the internet. And to go ahead and talk about those, get those out of the way, Elliot Page does not play Achilles. He plays a character named Sinon, and I think he done a really awesome job playing that character. Travis Scott is in this movie as a bard, and he has a song in the end credits. Uh, Lupita Nyong'o does play Helen of Troy and Helen Troy's twin sister. For the short amount of time she was in the movie, I thought she does great. Did not take me out of it whatsoever. That's all I'm talking about. Okay. So, the Odyssey. I was lucky enough to actually get to see this in IMAX 70. Uh, the closest theater to me was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's about an hour away from me. Announced the beginning of this month that they would have it in 70 millimeter IMAX, which just made things for me even better because I was going to watch it there anyway in standard digital IMAX. Uh, but then they announced 70 millimeter, so I got the chance to see it in such a rare way. Uh, and it was awesome. Every bit of it. The Dune preview, I've not even seen any of the Dune movies, but it kind of makes me want to watch it just from the preview of Dune 3, just so I can be caught up to watch Dune 3 when it comes out. Uh, de- Definitely once in a, maybe not once in a lifetime now, but definitely once in a long time experience, I guess. Being able to see this in IMAX 70. We went on a Monday, and I have a picture up here of 45 minutes before showtime on a Monday. The last showing of the night, that's how busy it was. It was a packed theater. Tickets were sold out days before the showing. Again, on a Monday at 9 o'clock, which I thought was crazy. But I've seen people on TikTok going at like 12 a.m. and leaving at 3 in the morning. So I guess if you want to see the movie bad enough, you'll go watch it about whatever time you need to. Uh, a lot of things work for this movie. I have heard some valid criticisms, and I didn't personally feel that way about some of them, but I can see where you can get those. Trying to think where to start. The first scene that comes to mind is definitely the Cyclops. Pretty scary. I think some people are hyping it up to be scarier than it actually is, or maybe I'm just not as affected by it as much of a horror fan as I am. It was scary, don't get me wrong, but it just was not as horrifying, I guess, as other people said it was. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, it would be horrifying if I was one of the characters in that predicament, but just watching the movie was an average amount of scared, I guess. Uh, that's a standout moment for me. Every time Matt Damon plucked that dang bow to the motif was an awesome moment. Yeah, to Ludwig's motif was a moment that would stay in my head every time, especially the moment at the end when he plucks that bow. Uh, Speaking of the end, the whole final sequence is great, and the final shot of the Trojan horse burning has honestly stuck with me in my head a little bit. And I've heard a lot of people talk about what exactly the implications are of Zendaya's character that was beheaded in Troy, and her also playing Athena is. And I think that has to do a lot with what Tom Holland repeats a lot in the movie as Telemachus, that people may be a god, god in disguise, and you treat them as you would treat yourself, and that's Zeus's law. I think my opinion, I think that was literally Athena being beheaded at Troy, and that's my thought on it. Which is also a statue of Athena being beheaded at the same time, so it could just be a symbolism thing. And Athena chose that girl's face, and she actually has nothing to do with Athena, except for just the likeness. I don't know, but I think it was more so the Zendaya's character actually being Athena and Troy. But that's just my opinion on it. I could be wrong. I have no idea. I've not heard Nolan say otherwise. I don't know if anyone else has asked him that question. Another standout actor for me in this movie was Himesh Patel. I'm not gonna lie, I can't pronounce the name. He plays kind of as Odysseus's second command on Odysseus' ships. And I would have marketed him a little bit more in the trailers, I think, because he was pretty standout as a side character. Samantha Morton as Cersei, I thought was great. That whole scene with the pigs was just disturbing and grotesque to watch, and definitely some great body horror. I'm looking forward to when Christopher Nolan finally dips his toes in a horror movie. I think that would be a great, great horror movie. And I'm hoping, this is my opinion, I've heard a lot of people say they want him to do an adaptation of Dante's Inferno. Don't get me wrong, that would be fine. But hear me out. I think Blood Meridian would be the better option. Because if anyone could adapt that movie or adapt that story into a movie, it would be Nolan. And I think it would be disturbing in all the best ways that the book is. That's just my opinion. But I think Blood Meridian should be the horror movie he does. Maybe not your traditional horror movie, but it would definitely be horrific to watch. A lot of things that happen in that story. But Dante's Inferno would be fire. If he did do that though, I'd want him to do Purgatorio and Paradiso. Just to round out a trilogy. That's just me. Tom Holland, I think he does a fine job in this. He might be the weakest link in it. Uh, he has some moments I think he does a really good job. But I guess it's just his experience. He's not been doing it as long as like Matt Damon or Anne Hathaway, which are both. This is me just parroting people, but I have to agree they're both career best from the movies I've seen them in. Robert Pattinson makes me want to punch him in the face, and that's awesome. And honestly, he made beggar sound like a slur, which I think is just funny. But also, I think he does a really good job of hating his character. Uh, so I've struggled saying this character's name since before the movie come out. I think it's my accent. I don't know. But Agamemnon, I said it right that time, is ancient Greek Darth Vader, and bro just aura farms the whole movie. Like, I get Iliad's more centered around his character, which is not a movie, but this poem itself. Bro just aura farms in this. I don't think he has actually one action scene where he does anything besides stand there and intimidate you. And I'm okay with that. I really am. The scene in Hades when he comes out of the group of fallen soldiers, he literally just hovers. He doesn't walk. Like his character like hovers out of the group, speaks to Odysseus, and then hovers back in. And I think that's a really cold moment. That kind of added to the aura farming. I'm trying to think of any more standouts. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I could say this guy's last name. But John Leguizamo, he was in the modern remake of Romeo and Juliet that everyone memes about. He's in John Wick. He does a great job in this. I can't say his character's name either. Emawis? Emawis? That don't sound right. You know what character I'm talking about, the blind guy. That's another standout role. Everything I've seen him in, I think this is probably his best performance out of everything he's done so far. Close second to Romeo and Juliet. Just because he's great in that. God Bertho has a fairly small part in this as Menelaus, Agamemnon's brother. And he's just John Bernthal. I think he does fine. He just kind of acts like himself, not gonna lie. Altogether, another thing, the score in this was great. Ludwig's score. I hope he becomes a regular with Nolan after Oppenheimer and The Odyssey because he is great. He is great. Odd Zimmer was great, but I think I like Ludwig's better for Nolan movies, personally. Um, yeah, I think that's about all I got to talk about. Oh, so I watched the movie in IMAX 70 and standard with my wife, and I watched the movie in standard with my wife and my parents. I've seen this twice. The first time was in IMAX 70, obviously. The second time I watched it at the theater I work at in just standard digital. Because everyone's like, oh my goodness, it's so elitist that he only made it in IMAX 70. Just go watch the movie in whatever way you can. And I've seen people that's like watching this on whatever in spite of Nolan. And Nolan's been very vocal of he does not care what you watch it on or how you watch it as long as you watch the movie. Like, I guess meme to watch the movie on an iPad on a plane if it's an Nolan movie, but like he generally does not care. He just wants you to watch the movie and enjoy the art. A little bit of rant I just got on. My bad. Didn't think that PO'd me that bad. Really, my parents had no idea what we were watching. I thought they might watch a trailer or something. They did not, which is fine. I kind of wish I had the same luck, I guess, in a way, but my parents are people that don't act very opinionated about things. So it was kind of like pulling teeth to get them to tell me what they thought about it after we got out of the movie. They liked it okay, and I guess they doubt my recommendations. I don't know why. I enjoy good things, but they seemed like they were worried about it at first if they'd even halfway enjoy the movie. I know they were worried about the runtime, and they had no idea what they were about to watch. No. And I think my dad said he was afraid he was going to fall asleep. And I was like, I think I kind of looked at my wife. I was like, you didn't, I know you weren't going to fall asleep during this. But anyway, we had a good time. I think they liked it okay. They're not huge in the movies like me and my wife are, but I think they had a decent time. They stayed awake during the whole thing, so I thought that was pretty good. Me and my wife both liked it. We've talked about it ever since we watched it the first time. At least once a day, I think we meant to say something about the Odyssey, and it's really stuck with me. And I cannot wait to pick this up on 4K. But anyway, I think that's enough for my rant. It was gonna be a gaming video next, but I'm really having a hard time finding the motivation to finding the motivation to play Kingdom Hearts because I struggled so bad just playing it the very first time. So I don't know. I may put a pin in Kingdom Hearts right now. I've just been playing a lot more Destiny than anything, so I may just try to make some Destiny videos sometimes. I'm doing dungeons and raids I've never done, things like that. I think that'd be good. Because I've only played like one raid all the way through in Destiny 2, and that was Vow of the Disciple. So yeah, I may make some videos of doing raids actually. But anyway, uh, I'm writing the Neon Genesis Evangelion video. I don't know if I'm gonna just talk about the show and end of Evangelion, or if I'm gonna talk about the Rebuild series too. I think I'm gonna talk about all of it. So just hopefully that'll come out sometime by next month. I hope sometime next month. We'll see. But I definitely want to talk about it because it's been a hyperfixation recently ever since I watched it. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed me ranting about the Odyssey a little bit. I'm wanting to do more script driven things and hopefully some more gaming stuff. So y'all just look out for that. And I hope you enjoy anything I have coming up. Thanks.